Alrighty, we're back in Three Rivers on May 30th. Here for our little field walk at sunset. And the field is looking particularly green. This is one area of concern here. I think on the turnaround, either the seeds got buried a bit too deep while we were running with the tractor. Like I was saying, when we were planting, it literally started raining right when we were done. So the last lap, the soil was getting a little bit wet, and then running the cultivator over it maybe made the soil pretty hard. And I think that is the big reason why we have a bunch of bareness up here. In general, I think a canopy can form. We can definitely get some plants forming a canopy here, but spots like this are a bit more concerning. But you can see the new growth even there, which tells me like the seeds are here. They're just buried so far deep that it's taken them much longer to come up. But yeah, we do have a decent amount of plants there. Yeah, a little bit uneven in some spots there. But let's go check out how it's looking down on the other end of the field where we planted, I think, just about a week ago now. Yeah, maybe last Tuesday, so maybe just over a week. But the sun is going down, so the plants are going to sleep now. Been so many deer out, so many deer. And you can see how at night the plants start to wind down and get a little bit droopy, a little sleepy. That's just because they're slowing down the photosynthesis. Yeah, it's been a good day. Tomorrow we are going to try out a grinder. I'll put some bales through it to see if it can handle the hemp, which is always a good question because this hemp fiber is tough to get through. Yeah, even with some of those uneven spots that you can see from the north end of the field, the stand looks pretty good. Like I said, I think we're gonna get a pretty good canopy. And I had this problem, so we broadcast all our fields this year, and typically I use the seed drill, but using various seed drills gets hard sometimes because each one calibrates a bit differently. The seeding rates aren't always consistent. So took some advice from some other farmers and tried broadcasting most of my stuff this year. And it looks like on both of the fields, I kind of had the same type of issue where either the seeds started to settle at the bottom, or the broadcasting wasn't totally even. But it looks like both of the fields have had some unevenness to deal with, some like places where the germination wasn't as good. And maybe that's just the seed as well, it could be, but I don't know. With this Bela Bretsky, the seed is very, very tried and true. I guess as tried and true as it can be for the hemp industry. yeah, and you can see as we walk, right, getting into that spot where the planter came to the end of the field and dumped, you can see it just looks like straight, almost like grass, how thick it is. And that is definitely what I would call too dense here. But all right, we're here on the Jurassic and Futura 83. Let's see how they are faring. We had kind of a cold night last night, and it looks like they didn't do too much growing. That's about as far as we're getting on this. And like I said, I drilled these in. You can see this is exactly about the spacing that I want. The distribution, that's a little dense. And this is grass. So yeah, the Futura 83 is starting to come along now. What a difference about 10 days makes. Yeah, where this thick patch is, this is definitely denser than you want. It already almost has a full canopy here, but these plants are happy, 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 happy girls. See, and then right next to it, spot with much less. On that front end, we might run the drill. This weekend would be the last weekend to do it. But even in these spots, you know, once these really start to put on their fan leaves, I think we can still have a canopy. They're just, it's going to be a little more thin and might be a little bit more light coming through these parts of the field. Like in places like this, it's going to be real tough. That's how I like it right there. Starting to get dark on me quick. Just check in on this Jurassic and then call it a night. I actually feel like these ones are actually waking up a bit. These were a bit slower to start. But they look pretty good. A bit slower on these. This is the Jurassic. It had the germ rate of about 72%. So we planted 56 pounds in this acre. And like this is exactly what I want to see. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. She's going off. Yeah, I like drilling. Look at that. I mean, man, when you drill it right, it goes. And I spent some time trying to calibrate that drill that we were using. Like, it took me a couple passes. But this looks perfect. And it was on these rows over here. I ended up double planting it. And maybe the planter was a bit deep because, like I said, these ones took a bit longer to show up, but they're coming on pretty strong now. Looking beautiful. Yeah, even where I ran the doubles, looking good. Yeah, May 30th, about to be in June. Here we go.